Okay, very, very interesting topic up for discussion today. When a customer or your prospect says yes, does he mean no? Guys, selling in the Indian market can be a little dicey because Indians by default are very different. I won't say, for the lack of a better word, I'm going to call ourselves different.
Culturally different.
Culturally different.
Yeah.
And when it comes to selling, things can get a little bit challenging because as Indians, we don't like to say no.
True.
We don't like to say it upfront. You have a product service for me. I will always keep you on the tenter hooks. I will always keep you hanging. I will not say I don't want it. I'll say, yeah, looks good. I will get back to you.
We are not forthright, you mean to say?
We're not forthright because that's how our upbringing is as well, right? We do it because we don't want to hurt the person in front, right? That's why if someone asks you to say how am I looking today, you're always going to lie, right? Not saying with husband or wife, I'm just making a joke in general.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. That's how it is. I mean, we don't want to hurt people.
True.
And that's the good part. The problem is with sales, this can get really tricky. While we all love Grant Cardone and Dan Lok, both of us are ardent followers and love the teachings of these two gurus. Somewhere with the Indian context, we've got to make a little differentiation. And in this video, we talk about this. Okay. So when your prospect is telling you a yes, it's not necessary that it's a yes. Okay. We're classifying this yes into three buckets. The first is the counterfeit yes. The second is the confirmation yes, and the third is the commitment yes. Let us take you through all these three different types of yeses. JD, the first one, the counterfeit.
The first one is the counterfeit, and the counterfeit is nothing but the customer is trying to hide his emotions, his real emotions, and his agenda is to just get rid of you, to escape from that situation. So he internally wants to tell you no, but is unable to express his true self, and that's why he keeps on saying yes, perhaps to you, and that becomes like a smoke screen for you. So it's as a sales professional, it is up to you to be very clear on where the customers stand at that particular time in the process or in the buying cycle.
Absolutely. So it's easy for him to say yes and get rid of you than saying a no, because if he says a no, then you will try to convince back why that person should say yes. Right? So it's easy for me to just say a yes right now and get out of that situation. So be very careful of the counterfeit yes. The second yes is called the confirmation yes. Now, this yes is more like a childlike yes. This is more of like an autoimmune response. This is more of a reflexive yes, naive kind of yes, where, on principle, on face value, I'm saying yes, but I don't really mean it. I've not really thought about in detail. This is not something that I really want to do, but somewhere kind of like what you're saying. So I'm open to it, but it's just a yes, which is somewhere floating around on the surface. This is not deep-seated thought. This is not something that I really want to pursue, but I've just said yes because on the face of it, I kind of like it, right? So you got to be careful of this yes as well. For instance, if you were to call me and you were to sell, say, office furniture, and let's say if I'm in a meeting right now and I listen to your pitch for like a good 2.5 minutes, and I say, can you call me back later, right? Now, that may give you the impression that, look, I'm a lead right now for you because I asked you to call back later. But for all you may know, I was in some other mindset. I was in a meeting and I just heard you out because probably I was typing on my system, and you think this is a lead, and then you try to follow up with me, and then I say, hey, I'm not interested in furniture. We've already got some decent furniture out here, right? So this is more of a confirmation yes, a yes which comes out not with any rational or deep thought. It is just a yes, because at the face of it, it kind of makes sense. So you got to be careful of that as well. The third one is the commitment yes.
Commitment, yeah. The commitment yes is that let's say that you are in a early stage of the selling process in a B2B format, and you got a commitment, you got a interaction with the procurement team, okay, the supply management head, whoever he is, and you have convinced him. Now you are asking for a meeting with the CEO or the other decision maker, and this person, the purchase guy, is willing to commit to make that sales meeting happen. Now that is a commitment yes. A clear, tangible action step.
Right.
And as a sales professional, you got to make it very clear that every meeting of yours should end with a clear-cut action step. Because if you're not progressing in the sales cycle, that means you're stuck at the same place, and that is costing you time, energy, and money. Am I right, Anmol?
Absolutely. So, commitment yes is the yes that you want to hear, because these are the yeses which will most likely convert to sales. The other two yeses are just, hope. It's just hope, because you think that yes, it will close, but after certain amount of following up, you realize that they are not going to close. So,
True.
how can you really know what is a commitment yes? This is a question that we use. This is a solution, by the way. So the question that you need to use is, at the end of the meeting, say what is the next action step.
Very nice.
Right? And that puts the prospect into a dizzy. We've applied this. We've told the businesses that we work with, they apply this, and this works really well. Because if the person, you ask me what's the next action step, and I say that, look, can we have another call next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Okay, and you can probably do a follow up, like, can you let me know what exactly is the agenda of that call? And I say, I want to talk about this feature. I'm not very clear with this feature. Like, sure, I will take you through that feature. So now you've extracted a commitment yes out of me. Yeah. But if you ask me, what is the next action step, and I'm not committal, I'm like, let me think and I will get back. In which case, my yes is either a counterfeit or a confirmation yes. So you got that signal. Yeah. You've extracted that information out of that person. So again, a follow-up question. So is there anything which is stopping you right now? And that person says something. So again, you're going to move him to a commitment yes, right? And so this doesn't put you in a fix. You don't know where the whole buying process is. You don't know where the customer is stuck. But if you ask these questions, you will be able to ascertain which kind of yes it is and how to go about moving it to the commitment yes. Guys, try this out. Trust me, this is stuff which works. This is not theory. This in your next meeting, try this out. Get that action step out from your prospect, and you will see the prospect in a tough spot if he or she were to give you a counterfeit or a confirmation yes.
Just a point to add, Anmol, is that we train and coach so many sales professionals, and most of the time, most of them are gullible and naive to take at face value whatever the customer says. No, don't do that.
Right.
Customers lie. Customers play games.
Right.
Understand, customers have become very demanding.
Right.
Behind your back, they will look at the price. They look at other vendors. They do all these things.
Right.
So if your product and service is getting value, I say, what is wrong in standing up upright and telling the customer or asking the customer, are you willing to move forward?
Right, absolutely.
That's it. Yes or no. Either way, you're going to save your time, your energy, and your money. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Absolutely. You took me back. You took me back 7 years, JD. So
absolutely.
I was trying to I remember there was a business I was involved with, and then 3 people had said yes that they will do business, and this was a deal worth close to about 3.2 lakhs totally.
Okay.
And I called my parents and I said, look, I'm on the verge of cracking this big deal. And then my parents were happy, and I was like on top of the world, because back then, for me it was a lot of money, and like one of the first few deals I was cracking.
Yeah.
And I kept following up. Oh
my God.
And
and
because I raised so much of hype, right? My parents knew it, my friends knew it. Acted as if I really had the money in my hand, but it never showed up. Yeah, it never showed up. So that was in fact my first lesson.
Yeah.
And it's a process. It's a process. So we don't want you to feel like that. We don't want you
I
to
really
feel
feel
like
for the sales guys.
It's tough.
I have done this, Anmol. I've got orders, I've got promises and false promises most of the time.
Right.
And I've shared those promises with my head, my immediate boss, and told him, you'll get this in the deal, and this is the value, this is the quantity. End of the day, nothing happened, and that was a huge humiliation for me. So be careful, guys.
Yeah. So to end it up, you never close a sale till you get the money.
Oh, well said, Anmol. And money in the pocket,
money in the pocket, hard cash.
Cash is king.
PO, would you consider out? No, PO is also not. PO is like a test close. It's again hope. PO is again a hope.
True.
Until the rubber hits the road, the money hits the account, it is not a close.
Yep.
right? Let that be the definition of a close
True.
that you need to track, not anything else.
Yeah.
Verbal, we all know how good we are with promises, right? So okay, let's not talk ill of what we normally do, as most people do in India. Anyway, so guys,
but that also is unfortunately the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Someone has to speak the truth.
Yeah,
because truth is got power. No?
Right, absolutely.
First it pisses off people, and then it sets them free.
True, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, guys. I hope you like this video. We love Indians. We are Indians. Just as a disclaimer. What I'm trying to tell you is don't play victim. Don't say the people are not honoring their commitment. People are liars and all of that.
No.
Don't have those emotions. That's how people are. Accept it. I'm not saying don't change it, but accept it. The first change you can do is with yourself. You stop telling that to someone else. So accept it and see what you can do about it. And that's what this video is about. It is about you trying to understand, decode the customer psyche. 10 minutes, 11 minutes, we've gone past our time. Thank you, guys. I thought this was an interesting discussion.
Yeah.
Subscribe to this channel. We add some kick-ass value every weekday, Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. live. If you have any questions, you can put this up on chat. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions. We have a free webinar coming up August 7th. Where JD is going to take you through what it takes to transform your sales team. So if you're serious about transforming your sales team, if they're not performing on par, if you think there is a lot of scope where you can take them to the next level, JD is the man who is going to help you with that. August 7th, 7 p.m. Log into sales5x.com/sales webinar. You can register there and yes, get started. We are more than happy to help you. Cheers.
Okay.
This is Anmol Garg.
This is JD
signing off. Have a great evening.